He's probably cooking.
You touching me, man. You touching me.
Do you have some?
Like a regular.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by.
That's so dumb. Shit. Okay, well, now I.
All stations green light. We're deploying to the war zone. All right, soldier. Mark a drop point for your spot. Go get after it.
Looks like a solid LZ to me. Targets are up. Go take them down.
Changing mags. They're on me.
My teammate right there. Oh my god, here we go. Well, my teammate shit right there.
Circle is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Ready for action. Reinforcing armor.
I ain't been on this shit in so long. Oh god, fucking godly long since I've been on this shit. Bro, it's been godly long since I've been on this shit. Oh my god.
almost had me.
Bro, you grappling? Bro, you grappling over me? Bro, there's no way you doing all this, bro. Like, come on, gang. I'm by myself, gang. I don't even know. I think my whole team quit on me. Yeah, my whole team quit. Come on, gang. Ain't no way.
There goes their armor. Reinforcing armor.
My whole team, man. This shit's sad.
Loading new mag.
Man, what's the purpose? They trying to box in one person, man.
I'm hit.
The best big something. Yeah, like, let it go. Please, let it go.
Reinforcing armor.
Broke their armor. Changing men.
A cradle bomb is being deployed
I
to
had
the
a
war
team
zone.
to that
Eyes
kill.
up, soldier.
Where my team at, I'm trying to figure out where my team is. You know what I mean? Like, where did the team that I have go? Now, first impressions, I will say, first impressions on a newer Blackout, like a newer Blackout. I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this for some time, for real, for real. So I will say it feels kind of good. It feels good. It doesn't feel bad at all. It doesn't feel bad at all. Honest truth for now. This, if y'all know, this the first game on COD in I don't know how long. We ain't been on COD in so long. We ain't been on COD in so long, so I said, damn, I see everybody, you know, dropping their little Blackout, they new Blackout 2 videos. So I said, shit, I get it, you know, I get on this bitch and it's been a minute. I get on here and see what it's hitting for. So, you know, we on here this morning, you know, seeing what we got.
Attack weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. point for your squad, soldier. Primary objective is to eliminate all targets.
Man, the feel of that wingsuit is crazy. I love it.
Terminal located. Use it to hunt down and eliminate threats.
Yeah, not this time.
Be advised, circle is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone. Terminal scan complete. Top priority threat has been identified.
Weapon bills and extra time. So they got shit on the ground where you can just update the thing. That's cool. I fuck with it. It's kind of straight. No way, y'all. Yeah, for sure. I for sure will. No way, it just crashed, bro. No way. No way, bro. That's why I don't play this shit, man, on my computer. I can't enjoy this shit, man. I never can get on this shit and enjoy it, bro. That's why I don't play this shit. And then yesterday when this shit was doing this shit was tweaking my computer, bro. Like the game wouldn't cancel the game. The game would still stay up. And it usually don't do that. Which I feel like that's what it's about to do again. That's why I don't play this shit, man. I gotta get a new CPU for my computer anyway. My CPU is, man. And yeah, I thought we was about to have a good little gameplay for a little bit. Guess not. Try it again. If it don't work this time, just do a reaction. don't know
BB.
where all this bogus ass music coming from. That shit killing me.
It's a hard work.
Bro, I know the craziest glitch. Well, I mean, it's physical work.
All this bogus ass. What's we call it?
Use this time for some target practice. The real thing's coming soon. All stations green light. We're deploying to the war zone. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Targets are up. Go take them down. The guild shipment is marked for quality gear. Be prepared for resistance.
Incoming fire!
I'm dead 100%. God, bro.
That's not good.
They're almost gone.
Circle is closing in. Relocating safe zone.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
Ready for action. Reinforcing armor. There goes their armor. Loading new mag.
put my other GPU back in because, I mean, I don't know. We'll try to I guess we'll try to play the game later, y'all. We about to just do a reaction and then we about to just end screen. Oh, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Fabio Foreign is back on social media crashing out, trying to take our attention away from him being exposed badly from all fronts this week. Fabio is currently having a very hard time coping with the internet now, knowing that he's scary. So he took to his Twitter, and this is what he had to say. He wrote, sucking my teeth, I don't care how many ninjas Ruger box. Man to man, I told him, let's get it on. Every street ninja, no. All call-outs is mandatory. So he forever punani in my eyes. Then he went after 50 for whatever reason. I'm still unsure about this, but we'll get to this a little later in this video. He put 50 punani for coming at old YNs. When T.I. owed a literate country out on his heels. Ain't no changing subjects, ninja. And I hate how New York didn't stand together about that ish, but F it. Now, when he says 50 is punani for coming at old YNs, he considered himself an old YN. Like, Fabio Foreign is closer to 40 than he is closer to 30. But yeah, Fabio Foreign OGs or Chief Keef and Pop Smoke. Like, how does that work, bruh? All right, Fabio Foreign is like a decade older than Pop Smoke. The reason why Fabio Foreign is on his Twitter timeline right now, ranting and raving and popping it and typing his finger away is because Fabio Foreign is embarrassed. He's embarrassed that his cars got pulled, right? They called his bluff, and he ain't live up to it. See, Fabio Foreign was popping it during his interview with DJ Academics. He was popping it. He was calling out several rappers, saying how they not street, they not tough like him. One rapper in particular is a rapper from Chicago called Ruga. Fabio Foreign told Academics how he had Ruga scared and shook. He told Ruga, let's fight, and Ruga ain't want to fight. He ducked it because he's Fabio Foreign. Now, he was popping it during his interview before he knew that Ruga was going to call his bluff. But no, seriously, before we can discuss how Fabio Foreign got exposed, let's just rewind a clip of Fabio Foreign popping it and convincing the world that he's really tough and like that before he knew what was going to transpire after this interview.
And there's like big, like free like who concerts that's generating millions. So anyway, and my brother Gino was there, all type of shit. Jerry was there. It was a lot of there. I ain't gotta never lie, right? So they told me that Rugen was in the building, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, bring him here. Bring him in my room. Because they had me a separate room, whatever, in my room. So I don't know him. I just know he was GD. And that time, when we was in Atlanta, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, bring him to the room. We brought him to the room. I'm like, yo, hey, Sam, GDK. You know my big song. That's how I'm living. So I'm like, yo, bring him to the room. I got to see what he on, right? So he comes to the room. And he steps to the room, and this is word to my mother. I swear to God, I kissed the floor. I'm dying right now. My mother rolling his grave. I'll never lie. Nipsey Hussle rolling his grave because they said streets. The nigga came to me. I said, yo, listen. I heard you as GD. We going to fight right now. We going to get it out the way. This is what we going to do. This is what's going to happen. And then you could go record so we can live how you live. But me, see, I'm a hood nigga, and this is like different jail tactics. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get this out the way so you're not doing some weird shit. Thinking, oh, I'm a backdoor 5 in. I'm gonna call my other G man, right? We're the mother. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what the
You was not about to fight him and just go back to recording. You was done that?
That's nothing. That's easy. I'm good.
Well, Chicago didn't fight though. The last recorded fight.
Let me tell you what he did, and this is word of my mother. Ain't nobody record this, and nobody put the camera out or nothing, because we just was on man timing, and everybody was there. You know who else was there? Boo, Acorns. Akon brother.
Yeah.
So I ain't lying. I'm lying, I'm dying, I'm flying. You know what the nigga told me? Grabbed his chest and backed up and was like, yo, bro, I'm not even on that time and none of that. Like, I don't care about none of that. I swear to God, for my mother. And then I saw him later on the internet and I was like, yeah, I had to tell Fonzie about this. I was like, it's crazy.
What?
Nah, that's what happened.
That was hard to follow. It's not your fault. Gangbanging is stupid. So Fabio Foreign is GDK. He don't like the GDs. He's from New York. Now, Ruga is from Chicago. He's GD. Now, I don't even know how New Yorkers got Gangsta Disciples. I thought, like, GDs were, like, a Chicago thing. But nonetheless, though, Fabio Foreign screams GDK in all his songs. So when he seen Ruga was at the event, he claims he invited Ruga over to his room so they could fight it out so they can just get the tension out the way. And he claims that Ruga said he didn't want to fight and he's not on that with Fabio Foreign. Now, first off, I don't even know why a New Yorker and a Chicago dude would be fighting in the first place when clearly y'all are too far away to even have beef. You being GDK from New York and him being GD from Chicago, that warrants a fight. That, to me, that's just idiotic and stupid and buffoonery. But the claim that Ruga said, no, I'm not on that. That's the claim. Now, Ruga obviously thought this was hilarious. Ruga thought Fabio Foreign was capping. Now, again, I can't even tell you who's telling the truth because I don't know. But that's not my point here, right? Who turned the fade down at the concert? I don't know. But clearly, once this got to the internet, both of these rappers had a point to prove. Both of them agreed and signed up for a boxing match, but only one of them ducked the boxing match afterwards. After the Fabio interview, Aiden Ross took notice of Ruga and Fabio Foreign going back and forth online. So he contacted Ruga and asked Ruga if he would fight Fabio. Ruga said yeah. Fabio initially agreed to fight Ruga, but then as negotiations was going on, Fabio Foreign ducked it, went ghost, just stopped responding because he didn't want to get embarrassed in the ring.
They don't,
Okay, here I am.
They don't let academics in the dough.
We only here right now because Fabio ducked me.
True. I mean, I didn't.
Now hold on. Now we gotta talk about that.
Fabio was supposed to fight Ruga. Well,
I talked to Fabio.
Hold on.
What happened on that?
I'll tell you what happened. We were supposed to make this fight happen. But Fabio stopped answering my Jordan's calls out of nowhere. Just went ghost.
Oh my God!
I'm just being real.
He stopped answering.
What? No, hold on now. No, I'm down. Fabio's in New York. I'm gonna call Fabio out. I gotta figure out why he ducked the fight. I feel like I should call him right now.
Let me just.
Bro, I didn't even know this was Ruga because I'm so used to seeing him with his dreads in the media. I didn't even know this was Ruga when I seen him. I'm like, damn, bro, cut his hair. So to see this is funny as hell.
Let me say, you should call Fabio.
Can I call him right now and ask him why he ain't in the fight?
Yes, because I want to make Fabio Ruga happen.
Hold on.
Chad, who would want that, Chad? Who would want Fabio and Ruga to fight on brand risk?
Now, hold on. I'm gonna give for Fabio. I talked to Fabio off camera. He told me he was ready to put the pause on a lot of, not necessarily Ruga, but he said niggas could get it this year from him. I gotta figure out like what's going on because I thought this was gonna happen. Fabio, pick up. I'm gonna text you. I double call. I hope Fabio not watching the stream like, yo, act chill, bro. Like, you making it hot. Hold on.
He's definitely watching the
Give me.
He like, please stop calling. He's watching this shit.
Hold on.
Definitely watching this.
Hold on. Nah, I'm going to get him on here. I'm going to get him on here.
He's
I'm not going to show the screenshot, but he literally, can I show you the screen? I'm going to send you your phone. He literally ghosted my partner.
Your average rapper can't fight. It's really that simple. Did I ever expect for Fabio Foreign to hop in a ring and risk his entire career? I don't think so, right? Like, whatever check Aiden Ross could give Fabio Foreign. Now, Blueface got $300,000. I think Fabio Foreign needs $300,000 right now, man. But your average rapper can't fight. And the last thing you want to do as a rapper is go in that ring and get embarrassed. And now your cool points is out the window, is 100% done. Even the Ruga fight I seen. Now, K-Mac just couldn't fight, right? Like, K-Mac didn't know how to fight, to be honest, bro. Right? He's like a street dude. I love K-Mac. I love his spirit, right? I want to see K-Mac win. Bro has overcame a lot, but you got to take this boxing thing more seriously, bro. Like, and I felt like K-Mac can take it seriously. Yo, K-Mac is like, what, 160 pounds? Why wasn't K-Mac in shape? Why was he getting gassed out, like, in 3 rounds? Right? Like, he didn't take it seriously, and that's his fault. And, you know, and even Ruga, like, bro, like, I watched Ruga, like, like punch like this, and I'm like, that's not like none of these dudes are technical boxers, right? They'll have a hard time in the ring with me. I tell you that, Paul. Hey man, I ain't popping it.
Hey, Flacco. Hey,
Right,
Flacco
I ain't popping
can
it.
fight.
Listen, man, the
Hey, Flacco can fight. Hey, Flacco from the Burbs, bro, and can fight, bro. That's the funny part about it, because he really can fight for real. He ain't just motherfucking saying no bullshit. It's really known. It's really stamped on camera that he got them hands. So that's funny as hell.
the only person I want to fight is Crip Mac, but he ducking it. He don't want to fight. Right? Like they contacted him to fight me, man, and he said he wants $55,000. Man, bro, stop it, bro. You're not worth $500, man. But this is not the only bad.
Why you want to fight Crip Mac? Why you want to fight Crip Mac so much? What Crip Mac do to him?
News from Fabio Foreign this week. So Fabio Foreign, I guess, ex-best friend, Pop Smoke. Now, it is rumored that him and Pop Smoke weren't seen eye to eye before Pop Smoke's death, but Pop Smoke's family did an interview with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder, where they called out Fabio Foreign and others for being fake industry homies and not holding down Pop and his family after Pop's death.
Checks in.
Who checks in? Who checks in?
We're not gonna name that. We're not gonna name that. If you don't want to name them, bro, you ain't got to name them.
So who's supposed to check in?
I think everybody's supposed to check in like how we're checking in now in due time.
I agree. The people that y'all would think should be tapping in, not tapping in. You know, academics already had an interview with Fabio, already ran down on him on the internet.
Damn, you ran down on Fabio?
Like, yeah, just be.
But why though?
It's like you out, and this is what I'm saying. This is my.
But you don't feel like that stress your mom?
No, let him talk.
I'm just asking.
I got answers, bro. I'm not afraid, bro. Listen,
I
for
know
me,
you're not afraid.
Wallahi, all praises.
Facts.
Listen, at the end of the day, when you say you love, like for instance, if I was to die right now, my friends don't come support my mom or my family ever. That's an issue. I'm not saying you got business and you flying out and you got stuff to take. Everybody got to get their money, bro. I would never want to see a black man not get no money.
I feel you on that.
But if you talking about, yo, I'm ride or die, yo, we the woo, shoot for the star, I got it tatted on me.
As somebody who has lost all my best friends, like all my best friends who I grew up with are all dead. Like they've all died. So I can speak towards this because I feel an obligation. Right? And I feel an obligation specifically because, yo, these are people I love. So, like my one homie who just passed away, and he was the last one out of the group, and he had a baby on the way. I feel an obligation to that baby to step up and do whatever I can to that baby because, like, that's my homie. Like, that's somebody who I told I love you to every time I seen him. Right, so I can't tell you I love you, homie, and then you pass away, and then I forget you, and I forget your mama, I forget your family, right? And I'm not probably as wealthy as half these rappers, but you got to step in if you love somebody. Now, I have my own personal biases when it comes to Pop Smoke's brother. I'm not going to include it in this video. I just think dude's an overall cornball, to be honest, bruh. Like, I remember, like, one time I was... You feel me? I had my brother on the podcast, and I found out after the fact. I didn't know. So, like, one of the producers said, "Yo, Pop Smoke's brother sent in a super chat," and apparently, like, I read the super chat and we discussed it, but I didn't know who the brother was. I didn't recognize his name, and so I didn't shout out the quote unquote brother. I just read the super chat and shout out. You feel me? And shouted out the name. This dude was apparently insulted that I didn't know he was Pop Smoke's brother. So he went on Instagram dissing me. So the dude is a cornball all in all, but I felt like his mother articulated properly and really put into perspective what's expected and what's not expected, right? You feel me? He should let the mother speak. So the mom stepped in, and she really broke down how foul these people are.
That's it. Got you.
So you see, as the firstborn, he has expectations, and he also feels an obligation to cover his mother.
That's right.
I, on the other hand, if you show up, you're supposed to be there. You don't show up, You're not supposed
cool
to
with
be
that,
there,
yeah.
right?
It
I
shows you
don't.
who you are.
Those were people who knew him, were a part of his world, on the ride for whatever it is they were going to get from being there with him. Not mad at you. Don't abuse me. Don't use me, right? If you're not dealing with me, you're not dealing with me. But don't come through when you need a favor,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's about being real. So I am not as upset as he is.
Yeah, he's upset.
Yeah, he is. Because, it's his brother.
got it right.
and
No, I
it was-
understand.
it
I
was a different
understand.
place.
No,
It's a
I
different
feel
place.
you. I
It's
understand.
a different place. And so, because he knows of them and he understands that if they are who they said they were,
Right.
then they should cover us a little differently.
Got you.
But the fact that you're not covering says you are not what you say you are.
Forget us, my mom.
Yeah.
I'm my own person. I'm gonna take care of me. You feel me?
Definitely.
But
My
what are they supposed to do for me, though? But what are they?
Whatever
what were they
you-
supposed to do for
What
me?
you're doing, the foundation and things of that sort. That's why we here. They showing
Yeah,
love.
that's what we really
They
want to
showing
talk
love
about.
Especially if they're not asking for money. Like Pop Smoke has had several like albums since he died, so I'm sure the family is well off financially. I'm sure the mama has received a lot of that money if the splits is being done right. They even testified, well not testified, but they even admitted that like Pop Smoke's, I guess, like manager and everyday dude, Steven Victor, he's no longer tapping in with the family according to them. So that's unfortunate and that's sad. But if they're not even asking for money, they're just asking you to show up and let your name and likeness to help the foundation go, and you can't do that, to me, that's foul. Because I know some dudes might stay away because they don't got the bread right now. They don't got the money to really give or show love to. But if they're only asking you to show up and be present and give your time and you're not doing it, I don't know, man. Now, I think the mama is talking about showing up and giving your time. I think the brother is talking about show up and take care of me. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that Fabio Foreign is going out sad? Let me know. And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video here, or here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, to find out how Tucker Carlson is cooked and F beyond belief, right? Click on this video right here to find out why bro is absolutely cooked. And if you enjoy my content, please click on the hype button below this video to send me a hype. It's absolutely free, and it's the best way to push my videos in the algorithm for me. So please send me a hype if you love me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see you guys.
Oh, yeah, and for sure, shouts out to whoever sent me a hype last week. I think it was last week sometime. I got my first hype last week. I don't know who it was. So if you watching this video and you sent that hype last week, I appreciate that, man. Shouts out to you. Much love, bro. Much love. But on this situation though, yeah, Fabi going out pretty bad, bro. He's going out pretty bad. Since that Black Boy Max thing, he's going out pretty bad, bro. That's a fact. You better kind of duck your taco, my boy, because as you already know, I'm sure you know already, the internet is undefeated. So you lying on this bitch and you running around and you doing that on this motherfucker, the internet will find out, my boy. So if I were you, I duck my taco for a little bit, my boy. I duck that taco. We're gonna give it one more, y'all. Fuck it. We're gonna give it one more. That bitch look clean. That's like Gabe House. I ain't gonna lie. I bet you it's Gabe. Gabe Farrell. I bet you if I click it, I guarantee you it is. Yep, I know it said that green ram. I know it, yeah. Memphis 6-year-old. Yeah, his mom was arrested because he was in the middle of the street by himself. Yeah, bro. When I see, I didn't even know this was damn. I seen this on IG scrolling early this morning. I didn't know this shit was gonna make it to fucking.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Nah, get you burst. He ain't playing on no whole shit. He on that flow shit. If you get it, nah, yeah. Gotta throw a party for my day ones. They ain't in the. You gonna say cheese?
Say cheese, he cheese and mud. The dog just keep on moving.
I just got a video. Canali. I was gonna hit your little bit of car. That ain't no real car though. That ain't no real car, little boy.
Fam, we can't agree on everything. If we did, the world would be at a better place for sure.
I ain't gonna lie though, she was going stupid fast. I'm gonna be for real. She was going stupid fast, but I'm just gonna play the video.
Now, with that being said, this video right here is gonna divide the room, and I definitely want to know your thoughts at the end. See, I was working on this story about 3 brothers who lost their lives to gun violence, and to this day, their mother is still fighting for justice. The latest happened this past weekend. But let's just say that's a story that's going to be a little more in-depth and requires a little more time. But while I was working on this story, another case just took a turn. A case that many family members reached out and wanted me to look into. Now, I posted the surveillance footage, which we'll later check out in this video on the Family TV Instagram. But after this update, I had to bring it to you guys' attention. Within the last 24 hours, a Memphis mother accused of taking the life of a young child in a case that had social media in the uproar has now had her charges dropped. And here's where it gets tricky, because online, a lot of people weren't blaming her. They were pointing the finger at the child's own mother. Both sides have spoken out. Both sides went to social media. And now in the case, it's being seen 2 completely different ways. Some people call it justice. Others are calling it a failure of the system. So today, we're going to break down the facts. No bias, no extras, and let you decide for yourself. And after this, we're going back to that story about those 3 brothers. But before we go over this one,
This the problem with society. Society wants you to sugarcoat shit to them 24/7. Motherfuckers don't never want to be real. See, when you start to fully understand this about society, then you start to fully understand this shit more better. You know what I'm saying? You start to know how to handle people more better. You start to know what get under their skin. You start to know how to ignore their ass. You start to know a lot more shit about stupid motherfuckers. You understand? Because they want a motherfucker to sweet talk them all the time. Motherfuckers don't never want the truth. The truth hurt them. Truth hurt them so bad, they don't never want to hear that. They always want you to pussyfoot with them. They always want to pussyfoot with you 24/7. You know what I'm saying? That shit's sickening.
I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, it's hard to say imagine something because most of us wouldn't allow this in the first place. But just really imagine this for the sake of this video. Imagine one evening, your child loses their life. And in the process, you want justice. But in return, you get arrested. Well, that's what we have here today. You see, this past Thursday, on March 12th, 2026, in the streets of Frazier, Memphis, it was quiet. The sun began to set. But that calm was shattered by a tragedy that would forever change the lives of one family. 6-year-old Kanai Thomas. He had been playing near the road with his friends. His laughter echoed through the neighborhood when a vehicle suddenly struck them. The impact sent them tumbling to the ground, and in an instant, his innocent, joyful life was altered forever. Witnesses rushed to his side, but the damage was done. The child, barely old enough to understand the dangers of the world, was left struggling in the street as the life drained him. His friends was too young to fully grasp the horror, watched in shock and confusion as the scene unfolded before their eyes. Memphis police were quickly called to the scene, arriving within minutes to find a heartbreaking scene. Kanai was unconscious and gravely injured, his body battered by the vehicle's impact. He was immediately rushed to a local children's hospital, one of the best hospitals in the city, in hopes that doctors could save him. Authorities quickly identified the driver. She stayed on the scene, 28 years old, Keontae Ghost. But the thing is, she had a suspended license. But the most important thing is that she stayed on the scene and held that baby.
That's why they trying to say it's all her fault. Cause she had a suspended license. Man, you know how many people drive every day without no suspended license? Do you know how many people live on the main street knowing that people drive with no suspended license, people drive drunk, people drive high, all type of shit. They live on the main street with kids. Do you know how many people don't let their kids play in the front yard? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. We ain't gonna. I'm just saying. Let's be real about the situation, bro. It's a situation at hand. A little boy that lost his life. We sit here pointing fingers all at the wrong shit. That it's all at the wrong shit. Cause at the moment I would have stopped hearing the basketball bounce. The moment I would have been peeping out the door. Hey man, damn, what the hell going on? I don't hear no basketball no more. He just was shooting it in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? Is it just me? I'm just saying, I don't know. It must just be.
Until local authorities came. But here's where things get tricky. The mom, Lakeisha Thomas, she had the nerve to release the surveillance footage. I guess insinuating that she had her eyes by camera on her child. But we talking about a young kid playing there.
And I could tell the way he just said that, he thinks she was definitely in the wrong also. Yeah, you wasn't watching your kid for sure, bro. I wouldn't even release this video. Once I see him kick the ball in the street, I would have told the motherfucker I didn't even have this video. Man, I see you got front surveillance, man. It don't even work sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Morning, hurt, I lost my son. I done seen the video. I let him kick the ball in the street. Ain't nobody come outside. He been gone from off the camera for more than fucking, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let this shit out, bro. I wouldn't let nobody see this, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just being for real, bro. I'm not fixing to be sugarcoating shit. It just is what it is, dog. It is what it is.
At the street where cars are speeding if going by law in that neighborhood at 35 miles per hour. And people was pissed that child was left out there for that long. Because as you see in the camera footage, there was multiple times where it seemed that child was making his way towards the street, and yet no adult came outside.
The video longer than that. The video he shooting a couple times. The ball keep going to the street. He keep going to grab the ball from like right here. The ball, he shoot it, the ball bounce this way, he'll go grab it from like right here, come back, shoot again, it'll bounce that way again, he'll come back. This the last time right here. That shit happened like 2 or 3 times before he kicked the ball in the street. Right there. Once I ain't heard no ball no more. Oh man, what the fuck going on? Hold up, boy, I don't hear no ball no more. Look, fuck it, he gonna walk off. I still don't hear no ball. There ain't no cars passing by.
A breaking news update now. Family and friends are in mourning tonight after a 6-year-old boy is killed.
I ain't heard no ball. I mean, damn near what? A minute went by? 2 minutes went past? Damn near a minute and a half where I ain't heard no basketball at all. Even if it was 20 seconds, I told y'all, however many seconds it really is, it's double that in nigga time. You understand what I'm saying? So 30, what that was, damn near a minute for real. A minute, that's 3 minutes in nigga time. So 3 minutes for real. 3 minutes for real. I'm making a joke out of this, but I'm really like quite serious. You know what I'm saying? Cause the shit really pitiful as hell, you know. And I don't want to point no fingers, you know what I mean. But you know, point fingers without pointing fingers, you know, we gotta look at who fault this really is, man. You know what I'm saying? You got your kid out here playing in the middle of the street, and playing on, you know, he's shooting his basketball. You got the door wide open. I know you got the door wide open, so of course you can hear when the basketball stop bouncing. It ain't much you doing inside the crib where you know your kid out here by himself to where you just absolutely forgot that he out here by himself. You know what I mean? It ain't much you doing where you forget that. You know what I'm saying? You hear no basketball bouncing. In the first 10 seconds, you should have been, damn, what the hell so and so at? Where his little badass at? Let me go peep at the door and see where he at. You know what I'm saying? That's the first 10 seconds. If not the first fucking 6 or 7. 6 to 8 seconds. If not the first 6 to 8 seconds, you know what I mean? First 10 seconds, you like, damn, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? From 15 to 20 seconds, now you outside your goddamn self. Now you outside on your porch, your goddamn self. Hey man, what the hell? Hey man, what you got going on, man? Come in, man, get your ass over here, man. Take your ass in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get the ball, man. Take your ass in this house. That's all in the first 20 seconds. We done went a minute and a half. We done went a minute and a half without hearing the basketball bounce. Not once. Is it just me though? It can't be just me, bro. Drop in the chat if that's just me, but it can't be just me, man. Rest in peace to him. But if it's me, then let me know. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, all this shit is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
After sadly being hit by a car in Fraser. Police say the little guy was hit at the intersection of Signal Street and Whitney Avenue and later died at Le Bonheur. A driver was arrested and charged. WRG's Mike Sirianni is live at MPD's Austin P station with reaction to this horrifying set of circumstances. Mike?
Hey, good afternoon, Greg. Yes, a very sad situation. A 6-year-old boy struck and killed Thursday just feet away from his home on Whitney Avenue in Fraser. Now, family still too upset to talk to me, but a neighbor described what she heard and saw Thursday.
Well, I was walking through the house and I heard an impact, and I thought it was a car wreck.
Helen Carter lives on Whitney Avenue in Fraser, close enough Thursday afternoon to see and hear neighbors traumatized after a young boy was struck by a car.
When I came out, his family was screaming and running up and down the street, and she said a 6-year-old baby was hit by the car. All I know is she said he was playing with a ball. That's all I know. And they were crowded over there, and they were covering him up, and cars were everywhere.
According to Memphis police, the youngster was in the westbound lane of Whitney Avenue when he was struck by a car going west on Whitney near Signal Street. The driver of the car, identified as 23-year-old Kenyante Goss, remained on the scene and was charged with driving while license suspended, revoked, or canceled, and financial responsibility law violation. The youngster was pronounced deceased at Le Bonheur Children's Hospital. Helen Carter still can't believe what happened and says vehicles are always speeding by her house and accidents are commonplace.
It was loud. It was a horrible impact. That's all I know. I was like, they done had a wreck out here again?
She says crashed vehicles normally end up in her front yard. Friday, no one in the victim's family wanted to speak about the 6-year-old, as balloons and stuffed animals are the only reminders of Thursday's chaos.
And it was covered with people. It was a lot of people. A couple of vans came right here, and it was the National Guards that came out of the van, which shocked me. But it was a horrible scene.
Yeah, back out live. We checked, and Kenyante Goss was given a $10,000 bond, and she is scheduled to be in court Monday at 9 a.m. Reporting live for your news leader, Mike Sirianni, WREG News Channel 3.
Heartbreaking news out of Fraser tonight. Mike, thanks.
So fam, now you see, as any responsible adult would say, where was this child parents? Well, the mom had went to Facebook and said the following. Yesterday my son passed away. He was playing basketball, as he does every day, cause he's gonna break ankles when he grow up. I'm not speaking to no one, so respect that I don't want to talk. Now 48 hours later, the suspect went to Facebook and said the following. This is not for no sympathy, but to the family, the mother, everyone who was affected yesterday, I'm sorry. I know sorry can't bring back baby boy, but if I could trade spots with that precious baby, I would in a heartbeat. I held him for 3 minutes screaming to the top of my lungs, rocking him, praying that he made it. I was the last thing that baby seen before he closed his eyes forever. Not his mom, dad, family member, me, the person who did this shit. I promise this shit is gonna be with me forever.
And that's what I was just about to say. And that shit damn near just gave me chills for real. I'm gonna be for real. That shit damn near just gave me chills for real. Cause it's the fact of the matter that she stayed on the scene. She could have hit him and kept going. You know what I mean? She could have hit him and said, fuck it, I'm about to smash out, and kept going. But she stayed on the scene. That shit gonna be with her. That shit gonna scar her forever. You see what I'm saying? That's something that's gonna be with her. Damn near every day she wake up, she ain't gonna forget that shit. 23 years old too, you know what I mean? Every day for the next 20 to 30 years, she gonna wake up thinking about that shit. That's a fact. Every day. You see what I'm saying? Not on no purposely shit, cause she was drunk. You know what I'm saying? She was speeding. She had no fucking license, but she purposely did it. You know what I mean? So for you to unwillingly do that, and especially, you know, a kid, a baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit gonna be with you forever. So it's a messed up situation, bro. It's a messed up situation, dog. That shit crazy, bro. Damn, that shit crazy, man. Rest in peace to him, dog. That shit crazy.
She also wrote in the comments, he was the same age as my son. He had so much life ahead of him. When I look at my son, I see him. When I close my eyes, I relive this that innocent baby. Now, Lakeisha, the mom, she responded to that post by quoting, "This is the biggest lie I have heard all day." But the suspect, Gross, she realized that she had a lot of support in the comments. And she wrote, "Have a village." And I didn't realize it until now. Thank you, everyone. I love every last one of y'all. But less than a week after Gross was charged with driving while license suspended, revoked, or canceled, and financial responsibility after hitting a little boy with her car at Signal Street and Whitney Avenue last Thursday, her charges were dropped. Police say Gross was traveling westbound on Whitney Avenue, as we mentioned, with the front end of her Chrysler 200 struck the victim, who was located in the westbound lane of traffic on Whitney Avenue.
Charges against a woman connected to a crash that killed a 6-year-old child. Keontae Goss faces charges of driving on a suspended license and no insurance after a deadly wreck at Signal Street and Whitney Avenue. She faced those charges, I should say. Now investigators say the boy ran into the road to retrieve the ball and was struck and killed. Goss remained on the scene following the crash, and while prosecutors dropped the charges, the DA's office says the investigation is not.
Now, after Gross was released, she went to Facebook and said the following. "This shit don't even feel like a celebration. Y'all please give the mother grace. Pray for her soul. Give her strength. I just can't imagine how she feels reading this." But the mother wasn't buying it. And one of the things she wrote on Facebook was the following. "I love the fuel to my explosion. The bomb done ticking." Shortly after Keontae Gross was released, the mother, Thomas, she was arrested after allegedly making death threats.
Bitch finna go to jail. Man, that's crazy. Ooh, that's crazy, fool. Thank God that they locked that little girl up. Bitch going to jail today.
And see somebody else, that's somebody else that know she's stupid. They know she's stupid as hell. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to slander nobody, man. Y'all listen, bro. I ain't, whoever you is, Miss Lady, I ain't, your family, I send my condolences, but I'm just trying to figure out how you trying to point finger, How you trying to point finger at somebody else for your mishap? I'm just confused. Bro. You know what I mean? I'm just confused.
Crazy how the turn of events went. As you heard, the DA said the investigation is not over, even though they dropped gross charges. You can only assume that the mom might be charged soon to come for her own son's demise. Can you imagine that? Is it right? Is it wrong? I leave that to you guys. But fam, there you have it. This was the story of a young woman who's a young mom herself, driving without a license and insurance. End up hitting and killing a young kid.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, bro. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is when she go to court, right? They going to say, such and such, what's her name? Tawana, such, Miss Lady, woo. She going to say yes. They going to say, so, you know, our jury has came up with a guilty plea of such and such. They're gonna say, now we see. I'm telling you what they're gonna say. First thing they're gonna say something about the video. That's off top. In the midst of them saying something about the video, they're gonna say, now we've seen that it's been an ample amount of time. I promise you, I guarantee you, this is 90. I swear to on everything I love, this is 90 or 95% how this is gonna go. We see that, you know, it's been such and such ample amount of time where you could have been outside, that it was no one attending for. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, they're gonna say something about that time missing, about all them seconds that she could have been her ass outside to go get that goddamn ball her goddamn self. I'm telling you, this is how this gonna go. And from there, whatever they're trying to charge her with, that's how they gonna get her for a guilty plea. That's how they gonna get her. So, I mean, we can say that, oh, it ain't her fault, and the girl was speeding, and she didn't have no license, and this and that. But I mean, the truth is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, rest in peace to him. It's sad that he had to lose his life, especially in that way. You know what I mean? But let's point the fingers at where they really supposed to be pointed at. You know what I mean? Let's not act like you know we have no play in this. You know, as an adult, you know what I'm saying? As somebody mother. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna do it, man. I'm gonna try to see what the hell going on with this game. I might swap my damn GPU back out and see what the hell that do. I guess I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm getting really sick of this shit. But I'm gonna swap this shit back out and see what that do. Hopefully they get it going, and then I'm gonna be back on here. If not, if I don't get back on here, y'all already know. Either one, I start doing some other shit, or I swapped it out and it's still doing some bullshit. So I'm gonna see y'all later on. If y'all don't see me like within the next like hour, literally, then y'all know like, oh yeah, that shit still doing some bullshit on him. He ain't fucking with it. You know what I mean? All right. So boom, y'all got that? All right, peace. I'm gone.